Hey, cousins.
What's your name?
I'm too ready. Hey, cousins.
Hi.
I'm like, go.
You show do everything.
Hey, cousins. I'm Kanisha Diera.
And I'm Kenya Monnier. Y'all know we love to hang out with our favorite cousins.
Which is you.
So make sure that you guys tune into our podcast episode where we keep it real, raw, and relatable.
Welcome back to Cousins. Wait, not cousins. See, we ain't even cousin no more.
This you. All I want to say was real, raw, relatable. You trying to do something.
Because you know him like real raw relatable. It's 30 episode off. No, you cannot just be like real raw relatable.
Yeah, she want to get on here and be like, self-reflection is when you...
No, I want to get on here and be like they like talk, have regular conversation.
Okay, let's start over. Y'all pretend like we're rewinding, okay?
Scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to Cousins Corner. Now it's funny, huh? Cause
okay, hey y'all. Say hey. Say hey. Come on.
Okay.
And
go. Hey girl. Hey, sweet. How you doing?
I'm doing good. We're back.
Yes. More content for y'all.
Yeah,
Real, more raw, relatable content for y'all today.
You gonna say hey? It was like, hey.
Girl, we don't say hey.
How are y'all? But at least you threw the real and the raw. Y'all get real raw relatable. Okay. But no, today's episode should be fun.
I think it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a good little introduction into our psyche. What we think and how we process stuff and how we move. Y'all ready for that?
They better be ready because it's here. It's here. It's here. Yeah, but we want to start off every episode with my favorite question.
You thought about yours? Or do you think about yours? Or do you just like kind of
I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
I just want to see how I'm feeling at the moment and give an answer.
Yeah.
But the question is, as I get older, I realize, because it's just a lot of things that we realize as we get older, just going through life. And then you might have learned something today. And you like, ooh, when I became an adult, it became real to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But as I get older, should I go first?
You go first.
As I get older, oh, yeah, I can say this one because time is definitely of the essence. So as I get older, I really realize like the importance of time. Like, first of all, why are we almost mid-April right now?
We got 8 months left in the year, right?
Maybe. I feel like I just said Happy New Year. Like at least a month ago,
it did. It really felt like a month ago.
No, it did. So as I get older, like, and because I feel like because I'm busier too now, and like I'm just doing things, and I look up and I remember people used to be like, when you graduate high school,
time flying. Yeah.
No.
They was not lying.
No, fuck that. They was lying. Let me tell you what's really going on.
What?
The government.
She go with her, but I'm with her though, because they doing something. Look, we probably can't talk about this one. They're going to get us.
Let me tell y'all something.
The government is going to get us.
The government is messing with the time. Reason being, number one, why are y'all messing with daylight savings?
I'm about to say, let's not put it on the government, but let's put it on somebody.
I don't put it on the government because they always messing with everything else.
In the middle of the night.
Let me tell you something. I pay attention and I'm realizing like I feel like they took some of the, what do you call the seconds within a second? Whatever that is, they took some of the milliseconds off of a minute. So a minute feels like 30 seconds. I swear y'all, I will be doing something and I will look and I'm like, but anyways, it's just a life because everything, like as much as like I try my best not to base things off of time, it's just like, I feel like time is more important right now in my life. Time is way more important than money. And it probably will forever be because I be thinking like, about the coin, but honestly, truly, it's that time that you got to utilize to make sure that you are getting the best benefits out of it. And I just be like, damn, because you will look up and you'll be like wasting so much time. So as I get older, I realize like time is top tier, like most important. If you don't got time,
you don't got nothing.
If you don't utilize your time right, It's crazy. And time is the thing that you can't get back. I could spend a check today and then I can get it back. I cannot get time back. So
do you think if they added like, okay, let's say that they gave us 30 hours in a day instead of 24. Do you think like they would, even those extra hours would be more like a little more helpful? Or do you think they would still like, even though in those 30 hours, you could still find something to fill up those extra few hours?
Yeah, like sleep.
Yeah.
I'm for real. Because like every day I do say that. I'm like, I wish I had 5 extra hours. If I had 5 extra hours, I would probably just sleep. But I don't get no sleep.
Me on the other hand, I'm getting my sleep every time.
I go to bed at like 12, 1 o'clock, and then I get up at like 4:30 so I can try to get ready for the gym, sometimes 5 o'clock. I'm going to add sleep in somebody.
I still be tired, and I be in the bed before 10. Not really before. I be in the bed before 10, but I might go to sleep at like 10:30, 11. And I be tired in the morning still.
Yeah.
I don't see how you do it.
I know y'all, some of y'all been relating because I know as y'all got older, y'all realize that next week is like tomorrow. Okay, what's yours?
So for me, I would say like as I get older, I really do realize that God is in control.
Oh yeah.
And it ain't nothing I can do about it. Like he gonna do it exactly how he want it to be done.
Yeah, every time.
You thought you. I'd be like, right. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna handle it like this. And he'd be like, no, fall on your face, figure it out again. Yeah. I'd be like, I am sick of this.
You thought you had a plan. He said, I got something for you. You keep trying to control
but also like as I get older, I realize that I really have to just let him, just take control and just fall back. And I feel like this helped me a lot. Like just with my everyday, like just life, like just moving, like not how you say we're not gonna worry, like no worries. Like they helped me like not worry so much with just realizing that God really is in control at the end of the day. Yeah. And I feel like I've always known that. People, people always say, God got the final say. No, he really do.
No, he do.
He really do got the final say. Like however you want something to go, he might write you a whole to-do list for the day. And then your computer might crash.
Like the podcast. Y'all, we thought we was in a lunches podcast. When did we say? Was it last year?
Yes. I think if I go back and put my iPad up right now, I think we said we was on lunch.
November.
I was like Thanksgiving. We said Thanksgiving.
It's April.
It is April.
We launched in March.
So, but I feel like it was supposed to happen like just like that. Though.
The way that everything is going is perfect. And it always end up like that. Like I remember last year we decided towards the end of the year that we was gonna stop putting time on stuff. Like we're gonna plan, but we're gonna stop
putting so much like pressure on it.
Yeah, putting pressure on it. Like it gotta be done this way. Like it's a lot of things that even like now I'm working on that I thought, and God was like, let me do it how
I want to do
it needs to
my
be
way.
Yeah.
So. And then I feel like even when you do that, it's just like you get a bigger reward in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like
obedience. It be so hard. Yeah.
Being obedient really is. So I prayed about it this morning. Being obedient.
Really?
Yes.
That was a good one.
I prayed about being obedient. Because I was like, I be asking for like signs, like discernment and all that stuff. Like, but then I'd be like, but how you going? It was so crazy because I had read your post that you had posted on Instagram today.
I had a few little compliments on that post.
I had read that when I was like, I just prayed about this, like discernment and obedience. But
it goes hand in hand.
I'd be like, yeah, if you don't listen to the voice, it don't matter. It don't even matter.
Yeah, but that's a good one. As I get older, I realize it is not like you.
Because I feel like I'm always be getting older and older and having to keep realizing it because it's going to be a different.
Yeah, I mean, you do want to have an idea, you want to plan, but don't get too wrapped about trying to rush or make things, just flow and
flow like the wind.
Yeah, flow like the wind, baby. Question: you said fuck that hat. You don't need it.
This the hat she's talking about, y'all.
You don't need it.
I got it right here just in case.
What's gonna happen? You might get blown away. You might have to throw it on.
I throw the hat on real quick.
Yeah, be like,
but it was a little too hot because I already got this on and did a little sweater. Oh, so the heat from the head, I said they have to get this.
Like, damn, she done forgot to throw it.
They have to get the heat out today.
Yeah, but yeah, so that was good. As I get older, I do be realizing that.
As y'all get older, what y'all realize? Let us know. With some things.
Oh yeah, y'all can let us know too. Y'all can let us know in the comments because it's a lot of stuff I need to be realizing.
Mm-hmm. Every day you're gonna realize something new. Every second. Maybe not every second. It might be a little extreme. But every day.
Like every second.
Every second, so that ain't too extreme.
No, for me. What they say, I was today years old.
When I
find out
I wonder what I was today years old, but I found out that she had 1,000 screenshots plus in her phone.
Yeah.
She gonna ask me, she gonna say, how many screenshots you got in your phone? So I pull up my phone, I'm like, 134, I think it was. I'm like, she like 134? I'm like, yeah. She like 134. I'm like, yes. I'm like, how many you got? She said 1,000 something.
I got like 1,700 screenshots. But that's because I just don't be going back to delete them. Sometimes I do. And I'm probably just not real. I was today years old when I realized I had 1,000 screenshots in my phone. That's a lot of screenshots taking up all this space.
Always like, I don't have no space. That's why you don't have no space.
Screenshotting y'all business. I'm just playing. This is not what I be screenshotting.
No.
I would screenshot the hell out of some stuff like
it's easy to screenshot stuff like I'm gonna look back at it later.
I want to go back and look at. That's me all day long because what I told y'all.
She's a wanderer.
I'm a wanderer. So it's a lot of stuff. I be like, let me screenshot this. Ooh, let me screenshot outfits.
Yeah,
girl, it's probably so many. I don't know how I got to 1,000. Y'all leave a comment. How many screenshots? I just want to see.
Yeah, leave a comment. Let us know.
Because some of y'all messy, and I know what y'all be screenshotting. I know what y'all. We can be too messy in a minute.
We can. We done got a lot better.
How many screenshots y'all got, and which y'all be screenshotting?
Yeah.
Let us know to see. And if it's real juicy, just DM me.
Don't DM her, y'all be our business.
I need it. I like sweet tea, baby.
You do like sweet tea.
Yeah.
She can play about them jobs with her.
I ain't complaining in a minute though.
It's so sweet. Like, yeah.
I quit drinking all that caffeine.
You got a lot better.
Addicted.
You done got a lot better with your ways lately.
I had to because I was dying slowly. It was killing softly. You know that song?
Yeah, I know that song. Lauren
Hill, right?
Look, from Lauren Hill, right? Because I be off on the artist sometimes.
Y'all, not Hill Lauren. Y'all, one day we was about to eat.
We go get off topic. Don't tell me.
This had to be about a few years ago. And we was out to eat with my mama. And we were just talking. Who was it?
I'm about to say, don't ask me. I'm going to mess it up again.
I know. So she was asking my mama who sang something. Or my mama asked us, do we know who sang the song? She said, Anita Franklin. Now, for those of y'all who got that same mindset as Katie, that same brain, who still like that, she said Anita Franklin, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Aretha Baker? What did you say?
I said Anita Franklin.
Yeah, she messed somebody's name up.
I was putting the two together.
Yeah, because who's Franklin again?
Aretha
Franklin.
I said Anita
Baker.
I said Anita Franklin.
Yeah, this them damn millennials, I tell you. Like
millennials.
Like my clients said, them damn millennials.
Because we can't do shit right according to the people. I know what we can do, right?
What? Oh, yeah.
We can get in therapy. Some of us, most of us, if not.
Yeah, that's a good thing, too. I was just thinking, like you said, get in therapy. How many of y'all are, like, literally in therapy? Like, I'm looking to get into therapy. I can't find the lady that I want. I lost her. I done lost some information. I gotta find it, but I am. I just, sometime soon, I do want to start finding my way through therapy.
But I do think it's a good thing though that more millennials are being open to going to therapy these days. Yeah. Like more millennials. I feel like more. I'm gonna do look up the research on it, but I feel like more millennials are in therapy than like what are the other people called? Like the older people, baby boomers or whatever.
Don't get asking me.
I don't know, but I feel like that's good though. But
yeah, and I want to do it more so. Like I feel myself growing, but like it be other things that I'm like, oh, I could work on that. I don't want like answers. I'm not like looking for answers. I think I'm just looking more for like better coping mechanisms or just like more directions on like ideas. Because I talk to my homegirls all the time too, and I might be like, how should I handle? But I don't want to. I just want to be able to what you call it, like when you break down something. I just want to be able to analyze situations, and I'm a good analyzer. But baby, just imagine if I had some therapy, that'd be amazing.
Therapy helped me so much. Like, shout out to my therapist. She be getting me all the way. She be helping me because I be going there stressed out, so tired sometimes. And I've been in therapy for almost a year. It'll be a year in June.
Yeah.
I started therapy in June.
Yeah.
And it's been amazing. I go every other week.
So. She be coming home with sometimes, she don't do it all the time, but sometimes you might incite me on a therapy session. I'll be like, oh, I need to sign up. Did she really tell you that?
I'm like, yes, girl, she did.
I'm going to start, until I get my therapy, I'm going to start right side no ask her. But, you want to show them the card?
Yeah, so speaking of therapy, so we're going to be pulling from some cards today. And they're my therapy cards. It's by Dr. Ebony, and it's just a guide for self-discovery and insight. And it's 3 different sections of the cards. It's mindsets, triggers, and I can't think of the other one, y'all. But yeah, it's a deck of, it's like literally a deck of cards.
Triggers is cool.
And she had different prompts on them. Like you read the question and you had different prompts. You want to journal about it. So yeah, we'll link this in the show notes for you to go check it out and get y'all some cards.
Y'all see how I got that black girl magic on the print?
Yeah, because
first of all, we have
right.
We have the same thing. This picture. It's behind all.
We had this one too, I think.
Yeah, we do. We have these pictures on our wall in the house, so we thought this was cute.
It was like such a full circle moment. I was like, oh my gosh, we literally have these pictures on the wall.
We finna do all those?
No, we just want to do these 2.
Yeah. Picked out of the bunch.
Yeah, I mean, if we have time, we can get to those, but I want to do these 2 specifically. Okay, so I'm gonna read the first one.
Well, wait. Well, our today's topic, we're talking about. Did you say already?
Mm-mm. But speaking of finding a therapist, we're going to talk about finding yourself and losing yourself.
Why do I want to talk about self-reflection?
Why you trying to get on the episode to talk about me some? Because you just want to talk about self-reflection.
Self-reflection, that's not what we're talking about today.
Do you want to talk about self-reflection today? We can switch it up.
Self-reflection or losing and finding stuff. It could probably be all in one.
We can definitely encompass it all in one.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you have to self-reflect to figure out how you lost yourself and how you found yourself again.
Cool. I could find a way to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But, yeah, so losing and finding yourself, and it's like, as you get older, you'll start to learn yourself a little bit more. And then I'm thinking, do I really like the term losing yourself? I mean, I know it is what it is. It's just raw. But sometimes you just get into a place in your life where you may just
you're not lost.
You're challenged, right?
Yeah, but that ain't really the word I think you're looking for either.
That's not the word.
It's like you're not lost, but you're just not unaware of where you're going or not aware of what you want, but
the situations that build those growing pains, like when you are done going through that situation, you look back and be like, damn, that right there helped me grow. It helped me become the person I am today. So yeah, basically just like that. Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you the first question.
And then you want to answer? I'm gonna answer. Do you want to answer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so what thoughts about yourself have helped you to get through tough times?
What thoughts about self-reflect?
Yeah, see? You got your self-reflection.
What thoughts about myself has helped me get through tough times?
Yeah.
The fact that one thought about me is, and I feel like ever since I've been a kid, even up until now, I've been a good person who, and it's crazy with me being a Pisces because I'm very emotional, but I've been a good person who don't wear their emotions on their sleeves. Like I could be going through a crazy day, but at work you would never know. Or even when I used to be in school, like nobody can probably tell you a day where I probably was just having a bad day or something like that, or even just at work, like I really keep the same personality like every single day until I get in the house. Then I be like, doing what I want to do, talking my shit, going crazy. But with that being said, it just shows me how strong I am because I'll think back during situations and I'm like, but I got through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm a strong-minded person because it'll be situations and times where I feel like I could have broke down, but I probably just in my head, I was like, okay, but you got to do this. Like, I'm a go getter type person. Like, there's nothing that's going to stop me. And if so, then I'm going to feel frustrated because I'm trying to get over this hump. So, the one thought about myself is like, I don't stop. Like, keep going. Like, that's probably my one thought that done helped me through my
so just keep going. Like that's like the main thing in the back of your mind. Just like you got to push through.
Yeah, like, I feel like don't nobody give a about you crying. Like I can tell somebody all day, but no, in real life, you can tell somebody all day. But you got to think about how they say like when people pass away, the world keep moving. That's how I feel. Like
they do. That's very
so I don't want to show up like, oh, pity me, you know. And I'm just like, But when I get home and then I get in my room, then whatever I decide to do then is cool. But the show must go on. You got to call me Miss The Show Must Go On because that's literally
the show must. What'd you say?
The show must go on. Miss The Show Must Go on.
It's hard to say. Miss The Show Must Go On. Mm-hmm. Okay, Miss The Show Must Go On. You feel about me?
Yeah. What thought about yourself have helped you get through your tough times?
I think for me, I've always just been a very self-sufficient person. Like, because I was the only child for so long. So I'm just like, I've been getting myself ready for school by myself, set my alarm clock, locking the door, like in elementary.
I'm sorry.
What is wrong with you?
No, my nails like are ugly.
Like I just always like just been very self-sufficient. Like so, I'm just like, no matter if somebody else around me like let me down, if I'm going through something like a tough time, I'd be like, well, I'm just gonna pull myself out of it. Like no matter what, I'm gonna pull me out of it. Mm-hmm. Like I can always count on me. So I don't. But it can also be a bad thing too because it can. I don't like that. It hurts me because I don't like to ask for help sometimes because I'm always so used to like, you know, I got it, so I'll figure it out myself. Like you said, kind of push through, but mine like it's kind of like the same thing. Like I'll figure it out myself, so I know regardless, I'll be fine. Like the tough times won't last always. Like you know, they kind of go back to the no worry piece, and it kind of makes sense. Like just no worrying, I got me. It's all gonna work out. But I think it's a good and bad thing though. Because I don't want to always be like that. Like sometimes I be wanting a little help. I be wanting some people sometimes.
I was like, because I'm trying to think. You ain't even never asked for no help.
Like, because like, but kind of how you said though, like people don't be giving that. People don't care like what you're going through sometimes. Like they be like, oh well, I'm going through shit too. So I don't know. But it's like sometimes if you just open your mouth and ask for some help, somebody really might listen to you. And they really might be interested because they might be going through something too. So y'all might can bounce some stuff off each other, talk about it, and kind of move on. But it's definitely easier said than done.
Oh yeah, it is.
But I also feel like, you know, it's just like I have a little pep talk with myself, and I'd be like, girl, if you don't do it, somebody else won't do it. So you want somebody else to do it? I'm like, no. So self be like, well, get up and figure it out.
Yeah.
But self get on my nerves sometimes.
Self definitely on my nerves.
Self be stressing me out.
I get on my last nerve.
I be like, come on, self.
You had said somebody no worries. What's today's date?
April 12th.
12th. Is it the 13th?
It's Tamia's birthday today. Happy birthday, Tamia.
Tomorrow's.
You know my friend Tamia. We went to high school together. If you're watching it, Tamia, happy birthday.
Tamia. I don't know who you're talking about now. But I was just going to ask you, how has your No Worries April?
No Worry April has been good for me. Yeah. Like, I was just talking about this earlier, and I was just saying, like, I may have had some moments where I may have been, like, a little concerned about something, but I was just like, they go back to me realizing that God got the final say. And I was like, I'm not going to worry about it because what's worrying does nothing. Like, literally does not help you to worry.
We had came up with the idea that, like, because, and I tell y'all, this year came in like, boom.
Like what? Whoa. Okay.
This year came in swinging. I said, oh, you want to fight?
Like, I don't want to fight.
You want to fight? I ain't even prepared myself to have no energy to be fighting like this year. But the year came in swinging, and we was like, starting April, goddammit. Because I know for me, January through March had me like, but a nip, but you can't breathe.
Let me loose, please.
What? Yeah, so then April, especially like, we started this in April. What did we do in March? Did we just worry? Ooh.
Yeah.
But yeah, in April, we was like, we just not going to worry about it. Like, you got 2 minutes. After that,
tighten up.
Because you think about, if you really think about all the things in the past, take a moment and think about something right now that you was just worrying about maybe in the past. Don't go too far back. Just this year we could say, and then look at it now and be like, whoa, I was just worrying about that.
And it already worked out.
Back in January, February. So it's like sometimes, and I know me, I would stress myself out. And I'd be like, it don't even have to be all that, dog. Because in real life, you're not going to get the answer today.
Mm-mm.
So we just came up with a thing where we just like, we just not going to worry about it. What they say, you cannot have fear and faith cannot exist in the same place.
They literally cannot.
Believe in God or you ain't. Because how can you have that faith, or whoever you want to believe, how can you have that faith and then you like, and then soon as you're hit with a little discouragement.
I mean, and it's okay like to have fear. Like it's an emotion. Like you can't, it's hard to not be fearful of stuff, but you still have to move your feet. That's the thing. Like you can't just keep your feet planted. Like, yeah, like that ain't gonna work
at all.
Like, yeah, we said no worries, and I'd be like, no worries. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
It's been feeling pretty good and not worrying.
But I felt good overall. Like without having no worries, I really have.
Yeah. Just like yesterday, I was in the car. I was worried about something. I said, but you know, I can't worry about that. I got to pray about it, give it to God,
and just keep it moving.
Yeah. So, I was about to ask you something.
I feel like you was too.
It was like on the tip of my tongue. Oh, I hate when I do that, and I do that too much.
You know why? I'm gonna say why. You know why?
Yeah.
Cause I gotta do the same thing.
Mine. Yeah, mine. So, like, to get more into finding and losing yourself, like, okay, so how old are we? We're knocking on 30.
I just turned 29.
Yeah.
6 days ago, to be exact.
2 months ago, to be exact. And yeah, we're knocking at 30. And it's like we got so much more life to go. But just what was a critical moment? Like maybe we could just think about what was a critical moment in our lives, because we're like totally different people today, like than we were like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So what was a critical moment in our lives where we feel like we probably just fell the freak off? Like we just
hit rock bottom,
wasn't our normal selves. What was a time, and then maybe we can just talk about how we coped with it, because I know like I said, I talk to girls a lot from my occupation, and we be going through it. Like we be going through it, but it's always that key factor, like, which was good. Our answers was pretty good to show how you could deal with it. Like, just, keep going. You're gonna struggle, but just keep going.
I think for me, like just literally just being a woman, and all women go through this. Like I feel like we all have had the one failed relationship in our lives that made us like just really hit the bottom and be like, I only can go up from here.
That like, failed relationship rock bottom,
that hit real different.
Like when
like that, it does. Like and it's so it's normal. People go through it, but it's like people don't be talking about it enough. They don't be being real about it enough.
A whole relationship can make you just.
There was rock bottom for me. I ain't gonna lie. Like last year, 2022 came in swinging on my ass. Not 2023.
But like, do you think it was the process? Like,
it wasn't even the relationship failing itself. It was the trying to, the exhaustion of trying to get it back on track, or trying to make it work, or trying to, realize the part I played in it. And I feel like I took so much time trying to right my wrong in it that I lost myself in the middle of trying to right my wrong.
When so, like righting your wrong, like, what do you think that consisted of? Like, how did you lose self? Like,
because I think I was just doing it based off of what the other person was telling me that I was doing wrong, instead of me just like, no, like it takes two people to be in a relationship, first of all.
Yeah.
And it's like, just because you're telling me what you want me to fix, and I'm trying to fix it or work on it, and it's
trying to meet the person halfway.
Yeah, but it was like, it wasn't working. Like, I wasn't doing it out of a place where I literally I didn't have the capacity to even be doing that. Like, I didn't even know who the stuff that that was asking me to work on or fix. Like, I just was not capable of doing it at the time, and I didn't realize it until I was literally trying to, and I just kept running into a wall, and just constantly just running into that wall was just like. It just kept bringing me down and bringing me down. So once I realized, I'm tired of doing this, I got my ass in therapy. that was, and I was like, okay.
Especially when you still trying to figure out who you are.
Exactly.
Let alone be in a relationship and then figure out who you want to be in a relationship. Like, I got to find myself first.
And I feel like, you know, sometimes like how they say like relationships are like a mirror, like they really do show you like who you are and who the other person is and what you can give and what you can't give. And sometimes you don't even realize that you looking in the mirror and you like, I don't have the capacity for this. And you try to operate around it and it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. So like you said, like I didn't know who I was necessarily. So I'm sitting here trying to give somebody else something that I don't even have to give. So it just drained me. It was like literally draining. But I'm glad I went through that though, because it helped. It like just going through that literally helped me realize who I was as a woman, who I wasn't as a woman, what areas I was lacking in, you know, what areas I could grow in. Like it wasn't just a bad thing. Like hitting rock bottom isn't always bad. Cause like I said, once you hit rock bottom, you can't go any more bottoms, only go up. And you know, like that helps you start to reflect on all the relationships in your life, you know, platonic and romantic. Like it really help you like really do a deep dive into what you need from others and asking others what they also need from you and how you can best show up and serve.
You know, that go back to when we was talking about how we feel like relationships shouldn't be so hard.
Yeah.
And it should really be,
it's a partnership.
Like it should be easy. Like any relationship though, like friendships, this and that, like, oh, especially when you're dating somebody, like I feel like it should be easy to the part where maybe your characteristics or just how y'all are as people flow, but you're gonna have challenges. I didn't say the relationship was gonna be easy, but if you're finding that you have to alter too much of who you are, I feel like that's the part.
Because it's like that come down to that y'all don't have the same principles. Exactly. Y'all don't have like the foundation. Like it's not there. So that's literally what all that comes down to. Like where your principles lie at and where my principles lie at. Because that's clearly why we're butting heads.
Not saying that if you find someone with similar principles, y'all won't bump heads. Right. Y'all are human. You're going to do that. But damn, if I got to change it, like and you're still going to have to make changes, but it was too many changes that was going on around this month.
Oh, you right. She ain't lying.
Look, man.
But no, I think that just going through that period last year was just like, and you know, that wasn't it. You know, I feel like that kind of started to unravel a lot of stuff for me. Like that began the unraveling process, the rock bottom process. I just started thinking about a whole lot of stuff and how a lot of people were treating me in my life. And I was like, you know, I'm not dealing with this. Like, I'm not going to keep just accepting what people give me because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or I want to step on anybody's toes. And that's when I really learned to set boundaries and put boundaries in place and stand on those boundaries. Because I'm like, I'm 28 years old. I don't have no boundaries. I don't have no real concrete rules with people. And I'm like, okay, this is going to help me develop that. And it did. It did just that.
And I'm glad you started being like more like connection of like, instead of sitting and thinking in it and then be like, you know, like now you probably feel more comfortable being like, no, that ain't it. Just like the situation with the man who tried to take that picture with you. Like that always sticks in my brain.
Because
that's so real.
Yes. Like, okay, y'all. So basically we was out one night and this guy wanted to take a picture with me. And I'm like, I did not want to take the picture. I was like, I don't want to take the picture with him. Like, he's a random guy in the club. But I was like, I was almost too scared to tell him no. So I just took the picture anyway. And after I took the picture, I was like...
Now, you know how you awkwardly just do something that you really didn't want to do?
But I was like, no. Let somebody ask me to take a picture with me right now in the club. I'm going to be like, no. But it ain't going to be rude, but it's going to be like, no, thank you, you know. But it just is what it is. Like, no is a complete sentence. I learned that too in rock bottom.
Oh, and you ain't got to say yes.
I learned it too in rock bottom.
After no. Like, saying no is okay, y'all. You do not have to explain to nobody why you said no. When you really think about it, because why would I explain it for? Like, and then even that situation, like now I think about that day every time I'm thinking about like something as simple as like me get my nails done and I don't like it. It used to be times where I would be like so frustrated. I'd be like, just put polish on and go. But now I'm like,
Because when they say like how you do, like what is it? How you do one thing, how you do everything. Yeah. I think that's the saying. But like, yeah, like you said, even something down to the polish. If I don't like it, you gotta. I'm paying for this.
I'm only like that at the nail salon though, because everything else in my life, I be real quick to be like.
It's the process for me. I'm still learning. I am.
Yeah, but that's good though. It just and then you get to look at it like.
But it feels good though, like to even look back and reflect. Because what this is, April, like last April and this April, I'm two completely different people. Yeah. Like I'm but it's rewarding for me. It's like, you put in the work. You really like. It's been a journey, but it's been a very personal journey, and it feels good. So it's like anything now I get, I deserve it. Like it's mine. So
it really caused a whole 360 transition in your life. Like for me to sit here and be able to see the growth, it's like you really got into your bag. That's why sometimes, like, I'm not gonna say sometimes, every time I'm grateful for, I don't even call it L's or the lessons or the rock bottoms. Like you got to take that because it builds character. If you wouldn't have went through that, maybe you would have probably still been like
I would have been just so timid and
but like now you living like free mind.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tim.
This is the piece that you cannot find.
That's how life should feel every day.
But that's how I feel. Like even though I wake up now, like I might have some stuff or issues that's like going on in my life, but it doesn't consume me. Like life doesn't consume me, and I feel like life was consuming me last year. Like just everything that I was dealing with, I was letting it take over. And it's like, no, I'm in control now. So this is where we're going. These are the rules.
Yeah. Truly.
Shout out to me.
Shout out to you, bitch. They're gonna ban us. I cuss too much.
I know. We gotta watch our mouths.
Shout out to you, bitch. I'm just playing. Oh, that's so ghetto. You gotta represent.
Please stop.
All right. What else? What's that? Oh, I'm not gonna put my little clear nose out. I know. I'm just kind of pissed about. Yeah, I paid $50. I'm just gonna be quiet. I paid $50 for clear nose rings. That is absurd.
I could have made you those. I probably could have stuck your little straw in there from the broom or something.
I would have stuck that little thing that come on your clothes. I would have stuck that in there.
Yeah, you definitely could have stuck that in. I got plenty of those probably upstairs on the floor, G. I could have sanitized for you real nice.
Oh my God.
Sure, I got some clothes that still got the tags on them. I could have popped the tag for you. Yeah. Got plenty of pieces that were tags on them, I know.
But yeah, I think for me to answer, how did we word the question? Y'all gonna catch me re-asking shit a lot. I'm just gonna tell y'all now.
You was basically asking like when a time where you feel like you lost yourself or hit rock bottom, but I use that.
I think for me, it wasn't even like a losing myself. It was I never found myself. Me finding myself was a complete journey, but I feel like in the process of
don't go too deep into finding yourself because we got to do.
I ain't gonna do too deep.
Okay.
What we gotta do?
The part 2. Losing yourself is part 1. Finding yourself is part 2. They got to tune in for part 2.
Oh yeah, but if I go too far back, we'll have to stop in the middle and say, "Hey, you guys, you're." No, because mine is literally a journey, but the process of finding myself. Okay, basically, coming out of high school, like I just was not one of them people who just knew what they wanted to do. So, my mom was giving me options, and all of them, I was like, I don't want to do that. 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 So it was like a process of me just like figuring out exactly what I want to do. Like I had started school, I was in school, but while I was in school, I was still dealing with real life situations. And then that's why I really believe like in order to do school, sometimes you have to be mentally prepared, because what I was dealing with, I literally walked out of class one day right before I had to present a project, and I was just like, school. Like I really was. I remember that day I was crying outside at the bench at Perimeter. I had started up at Perimeter College because I didn't get to go to the school I wanted to go to because of financial reasons and whatever. So I'm just doing a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't want to do. I remember I took a CNA class. I'm just trying to find stuff out. I didn't want to do that, and I wish I would have kept my little refund. And did some other.
I wish I had a refund right now.
I used a piece of my refund,
grad school refund,
to take a CNA course, and I was still young. This is like kind of like I said, straight out of high school, but anyway, so just doing stuff. But even in the midst of after, I was like, okay, I'm not going to school. My mind just not there. All over the place. Like, soon as I did that, it was just like one thing after another. And when I was out of school, y'all, I had got fired from Wendy's. Y'all know I got
fired from Wendy's.
Yeah, I worked at Wendy's for like 5 years. I think I started working at Wendy's when I was like 16, 17, 18, 19.
We both working fast food.
Mm-hmm. In high school. By the time I got 19, 20, I was like 20. And I was at work one day and they want me to put on the hairnet. Bitch, I had a fresh head bob. You think I'm about to... And it was just like, I was so over it. That's when I started to know I cannot work for people, because it was something about people telling me what to do. Like, I did my job to the T. I was that girl where I worked. I worked there for 5 years. I knew how to do mostly everything. But it was just that one day, this one manager. Anyway, so yeah, I had got fired. I said, forget school. Since I got fired, I had no money. I was getting an appointment, but there wasn't really nothing. And I remember I couldn't even afford like insurance on my car. I was like just going through so much stuff at the time, and I remember just losing so much weight. I went from weighing like 140 something to weighing like 118. And I got put on like depression watch, which I didn't know was a thing, but they was just like, the way that you just lost weight. And I didn't even know, because I'm just going through my everyday life. I'm just going through everyday life to the point where like one of my older cousins was like, you are skinny. You couldn't have told me that. I was like, for real? I always been skinny, you know what I'm saying? But just not knowing like what's really going on with me, like physically, that my mental is messing with me physically, but still like it's so deep, but just still just going through stuff. Like, that was me really like just, oh my God. Like, I remember it was to the point where like I had, insomnia? Where you can't sleep?
Yeah.
I couldn't even sleep. It was nice, but like I literally would not go to bed, and I used to be like, to the point where like, if we want to keep it real, because I said I'm gonna keep it real, like I feel like I was abusing Benadryl. It's not funny. I'm laughing because I know some of y'all get y'all kids make them go to sleep.
But now y'all just use the Dr. Teal spray.
I wish I would have known about Dr. Teal, because I would literally take Benadryl to make me go to sleep.
Yeah.
But now I think about it, like that was not a healthy thing to do. And I'm over here trying to find ways to cope. Y'all know who helped me get through? Who helped me get through the moments? It was that Kalani album.
It was me.
I got you wasn't around then.
I always been around. Don't let her lie to y'all. I wasn't around, but I was around.
You was in school. You was all the way in Alabama State. Okay, I was struggling. No, it was a Kalani album, and just listening to that one album. I used to play that same album like all the time. I have to tell you which one it was, but I just remember being in that state of mind. Like, you just remember certain songs around like certain times, but like it was just so much like going on with me. I was like, I'm never gonna shake this shit. Like, I'm never gonna shake this situation. I was going through so much, like, just to keep it G, like, I couldn't afford one of my apartments I was in. Like, it was a lot going on with me. I was going through stuff with my mom. Like, I'm just going to be real about my situation so y'all can really know the in-depth of how I wasn't, like, I didn't find myself because I was still young, but in the midst of me finding myself, I had to fight. To figure out who am I? Like,
but I think it's such a blessing, though, that you, like, it was a blessing that you went through that so young, you know, that you was able to find yourself, like, through all that. You went through that, and then you started finding yourself at such a young age.
I'm still finding, but
you got a foundation, though.
I got to a place where I finally, like, when I was like, okay, like, I'm doing something I like. And I had worked so many jobs, because one thing about me, even though I was going through all that, I kept a few jobs. Like, I was just trying to stay busy, trying to run it up, trying to save. So while I'm going through all these things, I'm also trying to maintain. I'm trying to get back on my feet. Once I got my first serving job, it was a wrap. I was working like everywhere. I was doing what I had to do. And then I ended up taking my lash course. I ended up taking my lash course, and me and Katie ended up moving together. Those two things, like having something that you can use to kind of keep your mind occupied, like those is my two things. So in the midst of me starting to do lashes, I had something that was my own, like my own business. Y'all gotta remember, I got fired from Wendy's. I got fired from Yard House for like being on my phone, but I was a really good worker though. I done had multiple jobs. Like, so I'm going through the process, and that's when I was realizing like, I want to do my own thing. Like, I cannot work for people. It was too much stuff going on. So me having my own business that I was starting, like, it was fun. I was starting from rock bottom. I'm not a popular girl. Like, I don't have all these followers. So it was really like a process for me to build my business. And then when I moved in with KD, like I told her, like, cause she know, like, I was just going through so much stuff. And I remember I called her one day and I'm like, do you want to move together? Like, let's move together.
Your girl just got the bed.
Me. Oh my God.
I was just, we'll dig into that deep on another episode, but I was just starting back to walk again. I was walking.
And that person, like, we was going through separate things.
Yes.
And then I feel like God brought us back together because, like my girl said, like, she literally had to go through a situation where she had to learn how to rewalk. And now I'm going through a situation where I'm trying to gain my mental back and just get on my feet. I feel like, even looking now, I feel like day one, as soon as we got into the apartment, everything just went up.
It shot straight through the roof.
Everything went up. Not like it didn't, and it didn't go up like that.
Yeah.
But it was a process. But I feel like for the simple fact that I had a person, like, and me and her, we already be here. Like, we're already here. But just to be able to be in the house and have somebody that I can, like, talk to, like, just, I don't know, keep me occupied, it kind of helped me come up out of what I was dealing with before, because there was a lot. And I just did not know myself. But just through my business and then through me and Katie growing together, I feel like both of us, like, God was really like, y'all need each other. And I feel like even now it's a bigger foundation. Like, I feel like God have us together for a way bigger reason that we still don't
even know.
Granted, not knowing that we really needed each other after you dealing with your huge situation and after me dealing with what I was dealing with, it was just like.
And it's so crazy because, like, even when I went through what I went through, I really felt like at that moment in my life, like, I really needed, like, a friend or like a person, you know, and I'm like, you were that person for me. Like, I had, like, you know, other people, but I feel like nobody was there for me like Ken was there for me, like, during those times, like, nobody.
It was amazing, y'all. The Belmont days was amazing.
We had some good times.
We had to, and I'm just thinking, like, maybe that was a product of us trying to just cover up the other stuff we was dealing with. Like, we used to make it mandatory that we go out every Friday.
We like, what we doing this Friday, girl? Like,
and we would go out and have a blast.
A good time. We used to catch us the Uber and get towed up.
We be towed up before we got out.
No, literally. That's why we was getting the Uber, because we was towed up.
We was like drinking, we shot before we leave the house. Like, that was a time, and we done just like seen each other. We really have seen each other grow.
Yes.
And I don't mean just grow up with your cousin, girl. Like, no, we done seen
each other go through some stuff.
Yeah,
and come up out of it, grow up out of it.
It's amazing. We did that. Pound.
Oh, we had some wine right now, so I can drink it. What?
I thought it was all, so I brought it back.
Oh,
but like, yeah. So mine wasn't like I was finding myself and losing myself at the same time. Like, it was a lot going on, but that was a rock bottom, really rocky bottom. Like, maybe 3 more episodes I could go more in detail, but it was crazy. Like, it was crazy. I'm just so thankful.
I know, right?
That owe me back when I'm talking about y'all. She would have never even thought. And I feel like I'm still finding my way, but for what I got now, I am highly blessed and favored. Yes. The old me would have never even imagined me running up my own business or working for myself solely.
Yeah, this girl used to be doing my lashes in her mama's house on her first little lash bed. We used to take
when I couldn't afford that apartment I was in.
It used to take so long.
I went back home for a minute. I went back home for 3 months. And in them 3 months, I was like, I got to find something to do. Started lash business, and I was doing lashes at my mama's living room until she was like, look.
I was her first. Was that your first client?
I was remember the day I took my class, one of my classmates had asked me to do her lash. I was like, girl, you sure? Because
I just learned.
I just posted on Facebook, as you can see. And it took me 5 hours to do her lashes. It was crazy.
Look at you now.
Look at me now. Oh.
She's getting paper.
Getting paper. Need some more though.
Can you do my lashes for me?
Yeah, you want your lashes on? You just been in the mood to get some lashes on?
I have been in the mood.
Yeah, you need some lashes on the pocket because you be on here blinking. So you say book blinking with purpose.
I'm still say book Look. I can never get it out my mouth.
Remember that first episode?
It's a tongue twister. Blook, black.
That might be a tongue twister.
I can never say book, glam, game.
And then I got the nerve though galore. Glam, gang, galore.
Book, glam, galore.
Well, I told you last time I said glang, glang.
Glang, glang.
Like, yeah, y'all know what she mean though.
I was just about to say that. Nonetheless.
Tell her cousin.
Y'all know what I mean.
But times was crazy. But I'm so appreciative though.
So appreciative.
I'm kind of glad I went through the BS because
I don't went through a lot of BS.
Can you say humble me?
But
that's what it did. Oh, that's what it did.
So you thought you was a good woman?
No, it didn't for real. Because I'm so scared to go back to that place. Like I'd be like, I don't want to go through what I was going through, and I got so much more life ahead of me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's good that we get like these little nuggets and these lessons. We learn them young, so when we go through stuff when we get older, it'll be like, okay, it may be a different situation, but I'm telling you, the tools that you collect along the way, it's gonna be important.
Even though I do got 1,700 screenshots. Don't be trying to record the part. I thought I was taking Benadryl and send it. Well, I'm just trying to let y'all know.
They gonna chop it up and be like, Kenya Monet was addicted to Benadryl.
And I really wasn't. I just wanted to go to sleep.
I just want to sleep. Look, she was like, I just want to sleep. My girl just wants to sleep. She still wants to sleep.
That Dr. Teal spray though. Didn't nobody tell me about that back in the day.
See, I learned about that when I was going through my shit. Because I was like, I need to go to sleep because I'm up at the midnight hour. And now I'm tired.
It's so crazy because you would be so stressed going through life to the point it affects your sleep.
I don't want to get some sleep. Like, I don't want to be up looking tired and exhausted in the morning because I've been up all night thinking about stuff that don't even matter.
Now I just use it. Thank God I just have it.
Keeping real light.
Do you not see this? Right. I look like somebody like my mama said, bring your ass here. Why is my collarbone? I don't put this shirt up about 10 times.
I've been trying to do mine on a little slide, but I'm just trying.
It's different if you got a V-neck on purpose. This shit is looking real loose, my boy.
No, for real.
You gotta just like
get yourself together.
What? We look like we going through it again.
We said real relatable. All colors is loose, okay?
Color had to be loose for this episode.
We better unloosen the. Maybe we could, they say
yours coming out the shoulder. Like you just out here, dog.
If I just wanted to look out the shoulder shirt, I could have just put one on.
Oh my God, that's so funny that you say that. I have literally been fixing my shirt since we started. But yeah, thank God for those times. Like, what? I know I'm thankful for mine. I'll be like, look, I can relate. Everybody want to talk about depression now. Where was y'all back then when I was going through it?
Back then, they didn't want me. Now they all on me. Like,
it's crazy because it's still on my medical records. Get the off me.
We didn't get on medical records, man, because
I'm gonna just take my depression and roll with it.
Yeah, look, I made it out alive. Okay, because so the medical records have to just do what they do.
Oh, crazy. But I mean, we got any advice for followers? Like, because some people might be going through theirs right now. And I'm not saying like that was my only like I said at the beginning of this year was crazy for me, but I feel like I just deal with things a little bit better. That back then though, I just didn't know what to do like in that moment. But for anybody that is maybe dealing with their rock bottom moments or just going through depression, finding themselves not be able to sleep. Oh, another coping mechanism for the sleep that we like to do is that gentle rain noise. We'll put on a rain noise so quick. I wish I was rain noise and stuff back then.
They're gonna knock you out. They're gonna relax your mind.
Ain't nobody say gentle rain. No, you know what? Nobody probably knew because I didn't talk. I did.
I was just about to say you probably weren't talking to nobody either.
I didn't tell nobody about it. Like I don't think I told. You would have just. I don't think I told nobody. But gentle rain noise will get you there.
Yeah, and I like a little thunder with mine. See, Kenya don't like thunder with hers.
Thunder.
I like a little bit of thunder.
I need my rain to be super gentle. I'm a light sleeper. That thunder gonna scare the shit out of me. Like. Oh, I started the ocean. I like the ocean.
The ocean.
And the waves can't be too rocky. I need
to be splashing too hard.
I need smooth ocean and sky. It's called like ocean and sky something. So that
But you can do it on your phone too. That's it. Yeah, you can do it on your phone.
They got an app for them, actually.
You don't even need the app. You don't even need the app.
Oh, it's just the sound. It's the sound on the phone. Yeah, for Apple on the phone. Yeah, I had seen that too. Cause is it Amazon? Amazon got the same thing on the TV.
Yeah, you just click on the little ear on your phone, and then it'll bring up all the noises.
Oh, that ear app.
The little ear thing.
I would not be utilizing my Apple the right way.
Yeah.
Y'all can also click on it podcast
click on the
app.
Ear.
Oh, you just automatically have your set on ring?
Yeah, but you can
choose. Where the ear widget come from? You put yours on there? Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the ear widget.
Yeah, you can just set it on there.
I need to do that.
But yeah. The gentle rain. But no, for real, get some like good coping mechanisms. And I know, like I said, for me, like when I was going through my moments, I got into therapy because that therapy, along with everything else that I felt like I was just experiencing at that time, I just really needed somebody else that help talk me through some of the stuff, you know. So I got into therapy, but therapy is expensive. Everybody can know. It's especially a lot of these therapists, they're not taking insurance these days, so you got to pay out of pocket, self-pay. But just get some good coping mechanisms. You know, therapy doesn't have to be just going to talk to somebody. You can literally go outside and be one with nature. If you like outside, get some outside activity.
Writing,
you know, if you writing, journaling. I was just about to say, if you're an artist,
we don't heard about journaling a lot. Like a lot of the girls been saying, like, write it down, write your day down.
Yep.
I have yet to do that, but I am about to get like into my journal and really just I write, but it don't be every day. Somebody's like, no, write about your stuff every day or at least once a week.
I also started reading a lot, like reading just a lot of like just self-reflection books. You know,
what?
That helped too. I ain't finished not one yet, but
me neither. But I'm reading.
But I'm reading them, okay. But that helps as well. You know, just you have to really just center in within yourself, and that'll help you. That'll help bring yourself out of it once you just really get centered.
Yeah, for sure. And we are not doctors. We cannot prescribe. But we can tell you what works for us. And that Dr. Seal spray. That melatonin with that lavender.
Even like these cards, these are really good cards. Like
the back of it.
Like they'll be really like they have prompts on them, so you can read the card and work right through the prompt. Like they'll help as well, you know. Instead of my therapy cards, this a lot cheaper than therapy.
Yeah, for sure. Are we gonna do the other one?
Yeah.
I don't even put that one.
Which emotions are the most difficult for you to sit with?
Just give me options, or we just?
It's just a question.
That's a tricky one. Why you ain't read this ass?
Next time you feel.
Oh no! Read this one. Read this ass.
Oh. This one. So this one was the first card we read. What thoughts about yourself have helped you to get through tough times? And it says what we think can either clear the way for us or get in the way for us. So when you're thinking about that, just think about what can either clear the way for you or get in the way for you.
What you literally think in your mental can either clear your way or be in your way.
Yeah.
That's literally me. I can be in my way sometimes, or I can be like, damn, what you think can either clear your way
or get in the way.
I like that.
I don't know why I say for us, but maybe for us, but yeah. But I had a few over here though.
But what was it? I think what's the options?
Ain't no options.
I'm just trying to see, like,
which emotions are the most difficult for you to sit with? For me,
like emotions are like happy, mad, sad.
Yeah,
I can see how that could go. Okay.
And like the task, it says next time you feel that emotion, try riding the wave without immediately changing it. Oh. So for me, I really think one of my most difficult emotions to sit with is, like I was saying earlier, about even standing on your boundaries and standing firm in what you believe in. So I'm not sure what emotion it is, but maybe just being selfish. Emotion. Maybe it's selfish.
No,
emotion?
Selfish is not emotion.
Not emotion.
Where's mine? Yeah.
We want to Google what are emotions.
Yeah, like let's just read a category of emotions.
Okay.
And then when you look at it, it may be let's do the chart.
If my therapist is watching this right now, she'll be like, girl, I just sent you a wheel of emotion. Yeah.
Okay, so look at it and then
okay. So I think mine would be I got 2.
You be like that.
Anxious and brave.
Oh, I know the brave is a true answer for you. Like
brave is definitely
sit with.
Yes, being brave for me is because I really do have a thing where I really don't like to. I'm not even gonna say that I'm not a confrontational person, but I'm not. Like I don't really like conflict in my life, so it's like because I don't like conflict. I'll bite my tongue sometimes, or I'll try to deliver something more in a nice way, or try to make the blow a little less harder. And I feel like no, sometimes you just gotta say what you feel. You gotta be real raw and relatable.
Yeah.
And say what you mean. But being raw sometimes can come off a little hurtful because just like I don't want anyone to feel no type of way, or I don't want
That's me.
What's you?
Just hurt feelings.
Oh yeah. But it's like, it just comes like being brave. Like just more people will respect you if you just be brave and say how you feel and mean what you say. So
do it for how you feel for yourself.
But that's something I've been being brave a lot lately. But I feel like being brave also creates a lot of anxiousness for me. Like it does make me it makes me anxious because I'm always thinking
that's
about.
That's not hard for you to sit with though. I feel like anxious just came to you because you like I'm anxious a lot. But it's easy for you to sit with the anxious before, and it's hard for you to sit with the bravery.
Yeah, the bravery is definitely hard for me to sit with.
Yeah, that was good. Like emotion. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna put this in the right way. Okay. The emotion that's hard for me to sit with. This is a hard question to answer.
Especially when you get looking at that wheel and you be like, "Oh, it's a lot of little words on here."
Because if you are into zodiac signs,
put my collar back so it won't be leaning.
Choke yourself. You got a tight shirt in the back of your neck.
I'm about to.
Like Pisces are very emotional people, and I sit with all my emotions a lot. And so I'm like the one that's most difficult. I sit with all mine. I swear to God. But the one that's probably the most difficult for me to really sit with, this is accepted, but maybe in the way of like, is it value? I'm really trying to say like, I don't really know. Y'all, it ain't hard for me to sit with no emotions because I sit with all mine. I swear to God. I sit with the happy, I sit with the scared, the sad, the angry, the embarrassed, the playful, the confident, the love. Hard. What would you think if you could answer for me?
What's hard for you to sit with? Let me look at it.
To sit with, yeah.
I think it's hard for you to sit with.
Let me look at the option again. My eyes is just hard to sit.
I think it's hard for you to sit with being overwhelmed.
Where you see that? Okay, I didn't see that. That is a good one. Hard to sit with. I don't know, because I talk about me overwhelmed all the time.
You do, but it's like you talk about it, but it's like it's still difficult for you to like, because you'll be like, you have a one track mind, but I got to do this, like just because you don't want to like.
Let me see what they say. The next time you feel that emotion, try riding away. I ain't riding it. I'm tired.
No, definitely not doing that.
Yeah.
But it's like, but sometimes maybe just like, see, okay, well, but you do say this sometimes. You'll be like, I know I asked God for this, so I have all this on my plate because I asked for it. But it's like, I don't necessarily want to sit with all this being on my plate right now. Like,
yeah. Overwhelmed is an emotion. It is. I like the way they broke that down.
Yeah, because they say like uncomfortable emotions and like comfortable emotions.
Oh, and then it'll split it off into like those. So underwhelmed is under overwhelmed.
It's under uncomfortable emotions.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah. That was a tricky one.
Yeah.
But if you think about like, okay, what emotion is hard for me to sit with? A crazy one though, and I know some people that are like this, it's hard for them to sit with the emotion of being happy. Like, you ever met, I used to work with a girl. Her ass was always mad about something. And I'm like, you don't want to come to work and
be happy? Like, why are you so angry all the time?
It'd be hard for some people to sit with, like, I'm just going to take in being happy. I'm just going to take in, maybe I'm just going to take in being overwhelmed right now. Like, I don't know, but it's so crazy that happy will be emotion that's hard for people to sit in.
I think happy can be hard for me sometimes depending on the situation, though. Like, and like I said, we'll get more into this on future episodes, but like, me and talked about this like with my friend Jasmine. Like, it's hard for me sometimes to sit with being happy on like my birthdays and like God. Celebrations, because I'm like, that's damn, like example. Like I miss my friend. Like I wish you were here to celebrate with me. So I have a hard time sitting with happiness when it comes to me feeling like I've leveled up almost.
That's a great example, because I'm like, how do you have a hard time? But I just did that too. Mm-hmm. On my birthday, I was like, it's so much stuff going on with me, or that I got going on personally. I felt like, you kind of feel guilty sometimes just being happy. So that can be a moment that's like, damn, that's crazy. That was a full-on circle. Because I'm like, how? But no, that's the thing. Like, you might want to be happy, but it's hard for you to sit in that happiness because of other things. Mm-hmm. Just like I feel like for men, it's probably hard for them to sit in the emotion of being sad.
Yeah, because they like, I'm a man, so I gotta put on this tough, exterior and show it. But that's even sad though that men really feeling like that, because men are taught that from such a young age that they cannot show emotion. Yeah. Like, if I go outside and fall on a bike and I go tell my mama or I go tell my daddy, they're gonna be like, oh, you scratched your knee. But if a boy do it, they're gonna be like, get up, boy, be tough.
Daddy be like, quit out it crying.
Like, he hurt.
I'd be like,
his knee literally hurt.
Let me rub that knee.
Like, you want me to go outside and fight the sidewalk? Because I will.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
what you want mama to do?
What you want me to do?
One thing, because, and I feel like I feel so bad for them, because y'all, I'm going to tell you, I love to cry. Crying is an emotion that's it's like my number one. Like, I love to cry. I cried yesterday, and I just cried because one of my friends sent me a really, I could cry right now. One of my friends sent me a really, beautiful text message, and I just cried, and I was just, feeling so good because I was crying about something that was a good thing. Like, I love to cry. I would sit in my car and cry for 30 minutes. I sit in my room. I'd be in the bed and I just cry. I love to cry. I just like to cry.
I don't think I cry enough.
You just cry sometimes. You want to cry right now? I bet y'all I can start crying.
Not that you want to cry right now.
I swear, y'all, I love to cry. Crying never did no shame on me.
I mean, I ain't ashamed to cry. I just feel like I just don't cry enough.
Yeah, you sound like Chris.
I cry a good amount, maybe once every.
You want to just cry together sometimes? We cry.
Yeah, next time I'm feeling sad, I'm come in your room and I'm gonna cry with you.
I'm gonna cry back. We're gonna cry together. We have cried together.
Yeah, we've cried together for sure.
We ain't gonna act like
we ain't cried together. I mean,
we have cried together. Sometimes.
No, I don't even want to know what you
sometimes you might just be crying with somebody and you don't know what to do.
I feel like that is me. I be like, see, that be me. I don't be knowing what to do.
If I cry, you cry with me.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'll start crying with her. Go throw some water on my face, looking crying.
Oh my God! It be getting real, but yeah, baby, I will cry. Oh my God, I love to cry. It just feels so good. The longest I've ever cried, I probably don't cry 30 minutes straight before. Yes, the other day it was like.
Then and I came in your room? Or no?
Was I in my room crying already?
Yeah, that day you talking about?
No.
Oh.
I was in the car, y'all, driving.
Oh.
I was in the car driving. It took me 30 minutes to go home. I said, I don't cry.
See, sometimes I have to cry. I have to put on some sad music or something. I have to
That's what Christina
make myself cry sometimes.
What?
Yes.
All I got to do is start thinking.
I might put on a sad song. I feel like cry. So, sometimes I might feel like crying, but I just can't produce the tears.
Do you cry when you get mad? Are you one of those people?
But I get angry though. Like I get pissed. Like that's why I be crying. I be crying because I be mad.
Me too. And I hate that. Like I'm trying to be mad and I'm sad. And I don't even be. It ain't no sad cry. It's really an angry cry. Like I'm really pissed off. Like, But why can't I just be pissed off for that crying? That is just crazy.
I don't know. But I'd be. If you got me that mad, I'm probably gonna put my hands on you.
Oh. Look at me. Put your hands on them. I'm just gonna fucking cry. I just playing. But yeah, that's so beautiful though. Emotions is like the best thing ever. And I'm so glad I'm a Pisces, bro. Like I think about all the zodiac signs and I just love mine because we are emotional beings. I love being in touch with my emotions because there's some people who just don't got that privilege of like knowing how they feel. I can tell you how I feel. I can describe it to you. Like I'm very in tune with my emotions, and I just know people who just not, which is not a bad thing. Because sometimes I feel like I be too emotional. You're like, get a grip,
please.
Sit back. Yeah,
that was good.
This was lit. We're gone.
What is this?
But yeah, losing yourself. This is all we gonna talk about was losing. Did we talk about finding?
We kind of breezed over ways, but we ain't really dig deep into the findings.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I found myself basically just by being busy. I feel like. But when you do get into that mode and you start finding, because I even got friends that are like, I'm trying to find my purpose. I'm trying to see like what's for me. Because we are at that age where like you start being like, what is for me? Damn it, I'm going on 30.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a good stopping point. So part 2, y'all tune in. We're gonna talk about finding your purpose or ways to find your purpose. Maybe like
finding yourself.
Yeah, finding yourself. Like just trying to figure it out.
We'll be back with the same loose collar next.
I'm about to go change shirts.
We look like we've been struggling all our lives.
We've been struggling. The struggle is about to be over.
Part 2 on the way. Do we got a hug?
We do.
On this one?
You see me? Yeah, you see my hand over here?
Let go.
You got that wig on that grab that head.
Oh my God. This is just abuse. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry right now. You want to cry?
No.
It could be a good cry.
Bye, y'all. Tune in for part 2. Mm-hmm. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Kuzns Corner.
And always remember, our corner of the world is always great because you guys are here.
And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Please subscribe. Okay.